place, Ireland. I'm Geraldine.
And I'm Andrea, and this time we're in Drogheda on the banks of the River Boyne, the gateway to the Boyne Valley.
We've got music, and I'll be meeting with classical pianist Gagashka, a local artist from nearby Louth town.
And I'll be checking out the fun and frolics at the St Patrick's Day Parade.
This little gem houses a beautiful exhibition and gallery space as well as a theatre. This is where all of the best local, national and international drama, comedians and musicians regularly showcase their talents. This is the Drogheda Arts Centre. One of our best local artists is Gagashka. You need to check this out.
Saturday, March 17th, it is St Patrick's Day and we are here in Drogheda, County Louth to get this party swinging. I'm joined here by the PRO and founder of the St Patrick's Day Committee here in Drogheda, County Louth, Mr. Frank Godfrey. Frank, it's turning out to be a beautiful day. Can
absolutely.
You tell us a bit about the parade today?
Well, absolutely. We've got a great parade. It's a real community event, a great family day out here in Drogheda. We hope there will be up to 20,000 out on the sidewalks of Drogheda. It's a great day for the town and it brings the whole place to life.
The parade is just about to kick off down here in Drogheda, County Louth, and I'm joined by Joe from the Crystal Shop with this wonderful big red wagon that will soon be going down through the town. Joe, tell us a bit about this.
This is a 1970 Morris Minor hot rod, you could call it, I suppose. It's belonged to Pat, my son-in-law, and my grandchild in here, Eva.
She's got a good seat for the parade, don't you? She does indeed. Brilliant stuff. I'm joined here by Ashreva. The crowd's going wild. Ashreva, you're all the way over from India, here in Ireland for the St Patrick's Day Parade. Are you enjoying yourself?
I'm enjoying, I'm just very much excited and waiting for the parade. And we started, it was too early and we thought of going to Dublin. And first I thought, I can have a look at the Drogheda first. And very much excited and very happy.
But you're happy you came here?
Yeah,
brilliant stuff. Well, we're so happy to have you here. We hope you enjoy the day.
Yeah.
Let's go make some noise and enjoy it.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Brilliant stuff.
Happy Patrick's Day.
Thousands of people have lined the streets here today. The atmosphere is electric and the parade is on the way, so it's time to get out of here. Enjoy it. Too often you see an American football team in town, so I think I may jump into it. All these buff lads here. It's looking well. Are you having a good time? Yes, yes. It's all good. Oh. Spider-Man, would you rescue me? Would you?
Of course.
Would you really rescue me? I love your outfit.
Will you rescue me?
Oh, I'll try my best. I'll try my best. Yes, that's it.
This is Tullyallen village. It's located just 3 miles outside Drogheda. The village is so tiny it has just one grocery store, one church, a pub, one playground. It also has its own GAA football club with an all-girls team, but most importantly, it has a motorsport club. I know who the stick is. in 2011, Tully Allen Carton Club decided to hold a fundraising event to raise money for the Gary Kelly Cancer Unit, the Irish Wheelchair Association and my personal favourite, Temple Street Children's Hospital. Niall, you're a member of the Tully Allen Carton Club and yourself and mates here were heavily involved in the fundraising day that we had. Tell us a little bit about your part in that.
Yeah, I was heavily involved at the time. I was chairman. I wanted to get involved for a number of reasons. I have young kids myself. The charities were well worth doing it for, both Temple Street, the Wheelchair Association and Gary Kelly Cancer Support Unit, plus the Tully Allen carers who are involved in the area. So on a different day we brought down a load of children from Temple Street and various, the Cancer Society in Drogheda, give them a treat as well. We brought them to the shop here in Tully Allen, we give them goodie bags and then we transferred them through stretch limos down to White River Racetrack and give them a fun day out.
Angela, first of all, let me say, you have the best job in the world. You get to work in Fantasia. So tell me this, how did Fantasia get involved in our charity day?
Well, when Tully Allen Carting asked us, would we like to give the children a day out, of course we said yes. We were delighted to get involved. Lovely to give something back to the community, lovely to see the kids enjoying themselves, and I think they had a ball. They were here in the water park, and in the water park we can cater for all kinds of abilities. So I think even the youngsters from the Irish Wheelchair Association, we made sure they had a very good day too.
Yeah, I had a great time here. I was on the bowling myself. Did you ever play the bowling yourself?
I'm afraid I am a disastrous bowler. People think that, you work in Fantasia, what, and you can't bowl? Useless, useless. But I do know that people really have a great time bowling. It's a great family way to enjoy yourself. And I know the youngsters, the play area, they loved our multi-storey play area because there's 4 layers of complete and absolute fun. They went up to our kind of teddy bear making factory and they had a lovely time stuffing a bear, and then they had a lovely meal. And there's loads more to enjoy in Fantasia. If you are feeling exceedingly brave, we have our Sky Climb aerial assault course, whereby you are suspended 15 metres in the air in a parachute harness. And you can then pretend you're Indiana Jones as you climb over.
I wasn't that brave.
You weren't that brave.
Although not a native of Drogheda, Pat McManus has been rocking the pubs, clubs and theatres of this fair land for over 20 years. We caught up with him earlier on today to find out what keeps him rocking. Pat, great to finally hook up with you there now. Can you tell us a little bit about the band that you started with? It was called Pulse and it changed its name rather quickly to Mama's Boys. How did that come about?
Well, it was originally, when I had the idea of putting the band together, it was kind of the first name that came into our head was Pulse, so we stuck with that for a little while until actually it's quite a funny story. We were actually playing one night somewhere down in Kerry. It was very, very early days. I don't even know how we managed to get the gig in the first place because we were probably rubbish. Right? But anyhow, we were in the bar setting up the gear and a man was sitting behind the bar or sitting at the bar drinking a pint, and he goes, "I seen you on Top of the Pops last night." And we kind of looked at each other and went, well, I don't know, maybe he's getting confused. And he was actually referring to Steel Pulse, the reggae band. So we sort of scratched our head and said, oh, we better change our names, lads, this confusion's too much. So that's why we decided to change the name. And it was a Radio Luxembourg DJ who actually picked the name of the band. He'd heard about the band, and our manager was talking about the band to him. And he was saying, oh God, he's playing there were 3 brothers and we were from Anna and stuff like that there. And he says, God, it sounds like Mama's Boys would be a great name for a rock band, you know. And never thinking for a second that we would say, oh, maybe it isn't such a bad idea, you know. And most of the rock bands around that time had all sort of very heavy names and stuff like that. And we thought, wouldn't it be funny to see some rockers, you know, wearing a Mama's Boys t-shirt? And that's what we thought, you know. And because of the connection with the three brothers and everything else like that, we thought, let's give it a go, and it stuck, you know. Anybody we asked, they thought, great, you know. So that was it.
One of the songs that's been a great hit for you, and it's probably going back 30 years, is a song called Needle in the Groove.
Don't say that too loudly.
Don't say it too loudly. I'll try not to.
Yes, I mean, that was, it's funny, there's a certain naivety involved when you start out in a band like that there, and sometimes, you know, as you get a little bit older, you kind of learn more of the ropes and you become more professional, but you lose something, there's an edge, and that song really came out of nothing, really. We actually were going in to record our first proper album in Lombard Studios in Dublin, which is Westland now, and what happened was the sound engineer couldn't make it in. And so we were already set up in the studio, right? And we got the call to say that he wouldn't be coming in and that we were to take our gear down. So our manager was coming in to tell us this. At the time we were already sort of setting up the drums and sort of messing about on the guitar. And I was messing around with that riff. And he said to me, are you listening to what I'm saying? You have to come back here again. I said, yeah. Well, he said, by the way, what's that you've been playing? Oh, I said, it's nothing. I said, it's just I'm just tuning up and warming up and doing stuff. And he says, I really like that. Do something with that. So I thought, oh right, okay, and he said, you're in here on Monday, this is on a Friday, you're in back here on a Monday, right, you have the weekend off, and he says, come back in with that song done. And that's basically what I did. I wrote the song in the van on the way home that night to Derry Lynn, and by the time I got home I had the whole thing figured out in my head, and we went straight in, had something to eat, Mum had something for us to eat, and we went straight out to a little shed my father had built, and 15 minutes later the song was finished.
Well, there must be something in it, because even now you've got a lot of people that sing along with the lyrics of that song.
I know, it's really bizarre because there's an ending to it, you know, where it plays this guitar sort of riffy thing, and it started in France where the crowd started to sing it now, so we just started off and the crowd just sing it, so it's fantastic.
Thank you very much for being a great audience. Before we go on to hear you sing this, okay? Some of you may know it. Some of you may not. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3.
And I couldn't believe it the first time it happened. So everywhere you go, I'm reminded of that song, and particularly so when we're about in different countries and you're doing interviews or you're at radio stations and DJs are playing it, they always play that song. And you know, we weren't really aware that it had such an effect, you know, and it was bizarre, you know. I mean, some of the festivals we done when we did the Reading Festival, we were the only unsigned band ever to do the Reading Festival in its heyday. I mean, I don't know what it's called now, but the point about it was we released Needle in the Groove about 3 or 4 days after we had done that, and it went straight into the top 50. It went straight back out again, but that's beside the point. You know, I'm just saying the power of the song was enough to make people want to go out and buy it, and so it was bizarre.